guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming to you again for another book review in the comfort of my Disney Princess pajamas, you guys. It is Wednesday night, February the 6th, and it is almost 7 o'clock p.m. My husband has gone bowling with his family. If you've seen my other book review, my previous one, my husband is in a bowling league with his mom, his dad, his brother, his grandpa, and some friends, and they go bowling once a week on Wednesdays for their league. He has gone to do that, and my children are downstairs eating dinner. So I thought, what a good time to knock out some reviews on books that I have loved reading. I'm not going to repeat everything I said in the video before because I talked for like 20 minutes and that was too long. So you need to go watch that review. I will leave it in the description box below. It is on Girl Wash Your Face, which is an excellent book. So I will repeat one thing or a few things I said in my previous video. I normally like sci-fi reads. The Immortal series is great, vampire books, you name it. And no, I'm not just talking about Twilight, even though those were pretty good. So I was given a book for Christmas by my brother-in-law's precious girlfriend. And y'all, when she handed me this whopper daddy of a book, I was like, just because this book is like 566 pages, 64, excuse me. I've never read a book that thick. I have read series of books, like the Immortal series, for an example. I think it was 4 books, and they were like 200 pages per book. So, okay, but I've never sat down and read a book that thick before. So I was like, holy crap. I had never heard of this book. I had never heard of it. I had never heard of the author. Her name is Kristin, and whatever. But I was grateful. She said, her name is Chelsea. My brother-in-law's girlfriend, Chelsea, said that, you know, because I felt so bad because I didn't get her a Christmas gift because it wasn't planned. But she said, oh no, I just wanted you to have this. This book was so good. I could not get it for you. Like, I had to share it with somebody. So her precious butt went out and bought me this book right here. It is called The Nightingale. I'm not going to tell you why it's called that because it's in the book. But y'all, hands down, this is the best book I've ever read in my life. I mentioned a second ago, I read Girl Wash Your Face. That's the first self-help book I've ever read. It got 10 stars. That's the only self-help book I've ever read. Way out of my genre of reads. Also, this here. This is also by Kristin. I actually own a book in there called Magic Hour by Kristin, and I have 2 waiting for me at the library tomorrow by Kristin. I'm telling you, she is a jewel. I love her. Y'all, okay. This book, The Nightingale, I'm just going to read you what the back says because I don't want to butcher it or give too much away. Here we go. With courage, grace, and powerful insight, best-selling author Kristin captures the epic paranormal of World War II and illuminates the intimate part of history seldom seen, the Women's War. The Nightingale tells the stories of 2 sisters separated by years and experience, by ideals, passion, and circumstance, each embarking on her own dangerous path towards survival, love, freedom in the German-occupied, war-torn France. A heartbreakingly beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the durability of women. It is a novel for everyone, a novel for a lifetime. And they're actually getting ready to turn this book into a motion picture. There it is, right. Can't get that to focus all the way. So several things I was concerned when Chelsea gave me this book. History was one of my, probably my least favorite subject in high school. Like, not impress Sony. Okay? All these things, and I put on Instagram. If you don't follow me, my Instagram and Facebook handles are always down below in the description box. I posted on there that I was getting ready to start this book, and y'all, my DMs blew up. So many girls being like, best book I've ever read. Get your tissues ready. Tearjerker. I love it. Couldn't put it down. I mean, like, boom, 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 boom. All these messages. And I was like, okay, love that for us. Like, let's get this book started. Y'all, I literally read this book in less than 2 weeks. And for me, that's a lot. I'm really freaking busy. And I've got 2 kids, if you don't know. My oldest just turned 5 this Saturday. And then I've got a 19-month-old and a traveling husband. And I work from home. Like, I'm busy, okay? So a couple pages a night turned into several hours a night. I couldn't put the book down. It is so good. It did make me cry. It doesn't go into the whole history of everything. It's just insight on how women and mamas felt starving to death, having to like give their kids crumbs to eat because their rations were so minimal in Germany during in France, when Germany rode on through there and occupied it, okay? It was just, it was awesome. Like, I mean, it was just like beyond next level. Kristin Hannah's writing, it just like sucks you in. She's so descriptive and uses just, she's so good. Her adjectives are like, boom, on point. They like, I don't know how else to describe it. Riveting, awesome, sucks you in, can't put it down. It like, you know how The Notebook, you just can't not watch it. It's so good. But The Notebook stories, like there is some love in this, but like not really. The love is like the bond from sisters and stuff. There's not like, there is a husband in it, and there are some husbands. But if you don't know, now you know. In World War II, the men got taken away. They had to go fight, and then a lot of them like got put in concentration camps and like prisoners of war. I'm pretty sure you probably learned that in school, so I'm not giving anything away. But like, that's basically it. And yes, these women miss their husbands. So, okay, there is some love there. But like, that's not what it's about. It's just about like awesome survival and moms kicking ass. And it's really sad about how the Jews were treated. And y'all, I did cry. I did cry. Most people that I've talked to have cried several times in this book. I'm kind of like a stone. Just kidding. But I only cried one time, and it was a pretty ugly cry. It was a pretty ugly cry, I'll be honest. It was in my bed, and it was so sad. I went and got in the bed with my daughter and just held her. My husband was out of town, and I literally just needed a freaking snuggle because it was sad. Sad AF. Y'all, I'm serious. This book, you have to read it. I don't care if you like to sit down and read, I don't know, Harry Potter, whatever. Like, this book is for you. It's for everybody. This book was freaking awesome. I'm telling you. Like I said in my other video, I'm on my 11th book in like 6 months. Quite the reader, I know. This is just awesome. Moving on. So I loved that book so much. I ordered a book. Oh, let me go get it. Hi, how are you? I ordered a book by Kristin Hannah called Magic Hour. And I ordered it from a thrift store off of Amazon for like $5. It's in excellent condition. Whatever. And my husband and I were going to the beach to celebrate my birthday, and my freaking book wasn't going to be here. So I was like, oh, I have no kids, because my kids stayed at home with family, and I was like, I have nothing to read, so I hit the library, okay? And I got, this is actually Kristin Hannah's very first book. It's called The Enchantment, and y'all, they only had the I don't want y'all to see where my library is. They only had the large print edition, and y'all, it is quite large font here. But if you don't know, I wear glasses. I'm blind, so not hating. This book, and like, I wasn't even that thrilled about it. This was the only Kristin Hannah book, if that doesn't say something about her, that my library freaking had in stock. Even all the ebooks were checked out. And like, I don't like to read books on the screen. I'd rather have like an actual book, because I work and stare at computers and phones all day, and I'm just past it. But, so I was like, whatever, this is like the Wagoneer. Like, you can tell, it's got like that freaking Grand Canyon or something on the front. I'm not telling you where it is. But, like, I'm like, what is this? What is this? And it says, Emmeline Hatter was a beautiful, brilliant, and rich Wall Street financier in the 19th century until the crash of 1893 wiped her out completely. Without friends, family, or money, she decided to take a wild risk and joined Dr. Lawrence Digby on his search for the treasure-filled lost city of Kabola. Once they found the legendary place of gold, Emmeline planned to share her riches, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, because I really loved this book. I'm not even kidding. I've never loved a book. I mean, I have, but like, I'm serious. It's like, I might even read it again one day. This book is great. I mean, it was so good. Like, it just, the way that Kristin Hannah speaks to you as an author to like a person, I love her writing style, y'all. Just rain. Miserable, boring rain. Emmeline Amanda Hatter stared out the mullioned window, trying to see Central Park through the gray haze that shrouded 8th Avenue. Angry water drummed the thick glass, slashing downward in opaque, zigzagging streaks. A frigid post-winter wind rattled the pane. Cold seeped through the window and shivered across her fashionably bare shoulders. Frowning, she let her gaze wander back to the men clustered in the parlor. Railroad tycoon Wilbur Jacobs stood hunched over the hors d'oeuvres table like a greedy rodent preparing for winter. With barely a pause to breathe, he rammed one elegant canape, I don't know what that is, after another into his already overstuffed mouth. His gray, whiskered cheeks worked feverishly to keep up. Good God, she thought, with a deepening frown. At the price of caviar, he could at least chew. There was nothing that irritated her more than spending her hard-earned money on fools. She glanced at the elegantly clad man standing beside her. Tonight's horror was all his fault. I can't believe you talked me into hosting this disaster, she said to Michael Jamison through clenched teeth. The president of Columbia College laughed softly. I saw you studying poor Wilbur. Should I fear for his health? Emma took a small sip of the ridiculously expensive champagne her cook had ordered. If you feel inclined to worry, try worrying about me. I should be examined by that German doctor from Vienna. What's his name? Freud. Only someone with a mental defect would host a fundraiser in such a financially uncertain time. I cannot imagine why I agreed. That was literally just like the first page. I love her writing style, and there's a little bit of romance in this. This is more romantic than the Nightingale, but it's not, you know, like when you're a kid and you see those women who read like the porno love stories with like the okay, I have not started Magic Hour yet. But in the rugged Pacific Northwest lies the Olympic National Forest, nearly 1 million acres of impenetrable darkness and impossible beauty. From deep within this old-growth forest, a 6-year-old girl appears. Speechless and alone, she offers no clue as to her identity and no hint of her past. Blah, blah, blah. I just think it sounds super freaking good. It's about a woman who tries to figure out who this little girl is, where she's from, etc. so on. Since I own this book, I'm not reading it right now because I actually went online to renew these books today to talk to you guys about them tonight. And I checked out 2 more books by Kristin Hannah, and I'm picking them up tomorrow. My phone is on 1%, so I don't know if I can see what both of them are, but I have Summer Island waiting for me. And God, I don't know what the other one was. I can't remember what the other one was. I'll let you know when I figure it out. I can't remember. But, y'all, if that doesn't tell you something, here's 3 books by her. I've got 2 more waiting on me. She is an excellent writer, and she writes a variety of different things. And just, y'all, she wrote, God, The Great Alone, I think is what it's called, and it's in Alaska. And I have heard, like, that's the bee's knees of books. I just haven't gotten my little paws on it yet, but I've heard that it is excellent. I think The Nightingale and The Great Alone are like her best sellers. They say they're all best sellers. So, yeah, I was looking, yeah, New York Times best-selling author of Winter Garden. I have not read that one. But again, my goal is actually to read every book by Kristin Hannah, and as I like them, I am going to buy them. So if you want to borrow one, just let me know. You guys, that is it. I've been sitting here since like, I don't know, 6, and it's now like 7:10. I'm sure my children are probably like, I'm sure my downstairs is like destroyed. They were sitting there eating dinner. The big one can get out. She probably took the small one out of her high chair, and they're probably like tearing my house apart. They're very quiet, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. Let me know, what is your favorite book by Kristin Hannah? And if it's not by Kristin Hannah, what is your favorite book in general? Because I am a nerd and I want to read it. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.